It was 3:42 a.m. when the security monitor blinked and showed me standing somewhere I wasn't. I leaned closer to the screen, heart ticking louder than the hum of the fluorescent lights above the security desk. The timestamp was live, the feed was real, but the man on the screen was wearing my uniform, my badge. Then I saw my face staring into the camera at the end of Corridor C. Corridor C had been sealed for 5 years. I worked night security at St. Alden's Medical Center, a hospital so old it had been renovated in layers, like scar tissue. During the day, it was loud, sterile, and alive. At night, it became something else entirely, quiet in a way that pressed against your ears. My shift started at midnight. I was alone. Like always, one guard surveying 73 cameras and a building that never fully slept. Corridor C didn't exist on the current floor plan. A fire had gutted that wing years before I was hired. The doors were welded shut, no access, no power, and yet there it was on camera 12, lit, clean, open, and occupied. I told myself it was a looped recording, old footage glitching back into rotation. It happens, right? Except I waved at the screen. The version of me in Corridor C waved back, not at the same time, a half second late. I felt something tighten in my chest. I rewound the footage. The playback didn't stutter. No corruption, no artifacts, just smooth, real-time movement. The hallway behind the other me looked wrong, too long. The lights stretched farther than the building should allow. Doors lined the walls, dozens of them, but St. Alden's didn't have that many patient rooms in any wing. And the doors, they were all slightly open, like they were listening. I radioed the maintenance desk, no answer. Tried the night nurse station, static. My phone had signal, but every call dropped after one ring. That's when the speakers crackled, not the radio, the PA system. A breath came through first, slow, wet, then my voice. "You're late." I spun around. The security office was empty, same as always. One desk, one chair, one door behind me. The monitors flickered. Every screen switched to Corridor C. Now there were two of me. One stood close to the camera, staring directly into it. His eyes were wider than mine should ever be, unblinking. The other me stood farther down the hall, being watched. The closer one raised a hand and pressed it flat against the camera lens. The screen darkened, but not completely. Through the smear of shadow, I saw something move behind him. Something tall, something that bent the light around it. The second me started screaming. No sound came through the speakers, but I felt it in my teeth, in my bones. I stood up, shaking, and backed toward the office door. That's when my keycard reader beeped. Access granted. Corridor C. I never scanned my badge. The office door opened on its own. The hallway outside wasn't my hallway anymore. It was longer. The lights buzzed the same way they did on the monitors. And at the far end of the corridor, I saw myself, standing still, waiting, smiling like he finally knew something I didn't. I don't remember walking toward him. I only remember the cameras going dark at 3:43 a.m. The incident report says I was found unconscious at my desk at shift change. They said Corridor C doesn't exist. Then something chilling. Camera 12 has never worked. Every night since, when I pass a dark reflection, it blinks a half second too late.